So this is a video I did, oh god, quite a few weeks ago now, before my medical leave, and I'm just sat here on my medical leave now, finally doing the voiceover. Now, please remember, I am qualified and trained as a hard gel tech, but I have not done hard gel on people for ages. So I had one of those moments where I was like, right, that's it. I need to get my gel out and play. So this is the result. So starting off, I'm using a practice tip, but I'm showing you how I would do this on natural nails. So first of all, I've prepped that natural nail, and then what I'm doing is I'm applying a base coat of hard gel, and as you can see, I'm really kind of scrubbing it in, so it's really getting in to all like the nooks and crannies and the texture of that natural nail, really scrubbing it in, a very thin layer, and then I'm going to cure that in my lamp. Now you want to do this base layer first of all, because this really helps everything stick and adhere to your nail. And depending on your form fitting, you can always fit the form after you've done that first bit, but I just put the form on first of all, so it's easier. And then I'm coming in with some more gel, and as you can see, I'm more kind of applying it so I get a thin layer, but I'm not worrying about scrubbing it in over the natural nail, and then I'm coming in with a little bead, placing by that free edge, and creating the tip I want. Now the trick with gel is that however much you move your brush, you want to keep your brush in contact with the gel all the time. I need to do another video of this with a side view so you can see, because from above it does look like I'm picking my brush up and down. Now if you pick your brush up and down a lot, you're going to push a lot of air into the gel, which is not what you want, because then you get loads of air bubbles. So whenever you're moving your gel around, make sure that you're always keeping your brush in contact with that gel. So you're kind of teasing it around rather than, obviously with acrylic, it doesn't matter, and you kind of pick your brush up and pat and pull and stuff. Whereas with gel, you want to keep in contact with that gel at all times. I'm just adding a little bit more over that free edge bit, because I'm going to want a nice amount of strength there, because after I've cured this, I think I take the form off. I normally do with gel extensions. So I'd normally take the form off of gel extensions, which is a bit different from how I do my acrylic extensions. And hopefully, this has rather inspired me, so hopefully I'm going to start doing a bit more gel this year. I've got to smile sweetly at one of my ladies and see if they will let me do gel extensions on them. Then hopefully there'll be some more gel designs for you all. And then I'm going to cure that in my lamp. I actually cured it for 60 seconds, so I don't know why it's only showing 30 there. Now you'll know every time I cure this I put, oh no, I did only cure it for 30 seconds, because then I'm going to pinch it. So I've got these little clear clamps, honestly can't remember where I bought these from, sorry guys, I think possibly Crystal Nail, something like that. And then I'm coming in for 60 seconds for the full cure, so I just did that part cure first of all to get a bit of a, so it's part cured but still pliable, and then you can get your pinch in. Remember, if you're using a lamp like I am, like on a practice hand, always make sure that you cover up your brush, make sure your gel pot lid goes on top, so that you're not getting, you're not curing that gel or ruining your brushes or anything. Now this looks really difficult. It wasn't, I was just so, it's been so long since I've worked with a gel that I was so paranoid of like snapping the tip, so I was like being so delicate and gentle. Yeah, and then it took a bit too long, so that's why I kind of pause the video there. And then I'm just coming in with my 180 grit file. So I'm just going to shape that tip a bit. I don't want perfect shape, I'm just getting a rough idea of the shape on there. And then I'm just going to do a general buff over the nail, because obviously it is hard gel. I've removed that tacky layer before I filed it and everything, so I need to make sure it's nice and rough so that the design will then stick to it. Now again, this is just the way I've done it, my initial training, and then I've done about two or three skill building courses with hard gel. The main reason I don't do hard gel, I can't stand how sticky it is. So that is the main reason I don't do gel. But I do love the effect that gel gives, and especially with glitters, it makes them like really pop. So I am going to try this year to do a few more hard gel and maybe some hybrid nails where you start with an acrylic base and then use gel to cap. But this is just me. I was sat and I was like, I'm going to have a quick little play, So I did. And obviously if I was doing gel more and more, I'd find easier, quicker ways of doing it, but this is just from all my various trainings. This is the way I would do just a simple glitter now. So making sure I've removed all the dust, got a nice clean gel brush, and then I'm going to come in and I need a base to put my glitter on. So you see me there with my tweezers and stuff, because I just, oh, gel is so, I don't know, I just can't stand the stickiness of it. And for some reason I'm a really messy worker with gel, which is why I always end up like just taking the pot lid off and you get like sticky on your fingers. Oh. I'm a bit precious, I know. So I'm coming in with that base layer. And again, I just want quite a thin layer and I'm really kind of scrubbing it in. It looks almost matte when you finish, so it doesn't have like that really, really shiny finish to it. And I'm just gonna cure that. I angled that away from my gel, but naughty me, I should have put my lid back on my gel there. Bad Lucy. And I'm just going to use my pigment brush. You see I just tapped it into the gel there just to get a bit of a tackiness so that it would actually pick up that glitter, and then I'm just tapping that glitter into that tacky cured layer. Now this is why it's important to make sure when you work with your layers you work nice and thin, which is why I kind of do like a scrub-in layer rather than an actual layer, because you don't want to keep adding a thick layer of gel, glitter and stuff like that, because then you end up with really bulky nails. So that was the Rainbow Gold Shine in Multicut, and I've used that as the base. Now I could have put the fine down and then used the chunky or the multi whatever, but I went for the Multicut. And then I'm coming in with about a small to medium sized bead, blending it back, and then I'm just brushing it down the nail. I'm not too worried about, I didn't use very big beads, so I'm not too worried about keeping my brush in contact with it, because I am more stroking it down just to cap that Multicut glitter. And then before curing, I am just going to dab in some of the chunky cut. Now this is a trick I do with my acrylic nails a lot. I go in with a Multicut and then I dab the chunky cut on top. And then I'm just using my nail and my fingers to very gently just tap in. But I don't want to squidge it, it is just a very light, press it flat kind of tap. And you want to make sure when you do that, like my fingers are quite well, they're dehydrated. Sorry, I totally lost my thread there. Yeah, so because I've been using my prep and prime, my nails my fingers didn't have like grease and stuff on. Oh, she got there in the end. I've then cured that. And then once it's all cured, I'm then going to do, this is my cap layer. So this is the layer where I'm thinking about my shape and structure of the nail. Sorry, I went really quiet there. I've been talking non-stop for like 8 minutes there and I had to have a bit of a breath. You go from having no videos from me and then you're like, God, she just does not shut up. So as you can see, I've put on a decent sized beads, made sure I've kept my brush in contact, and when I move my brush around, I kind of do, they're almost like half circle movements. It's really hard to describe. I need to do a video when I've had more of a play, like closer up, so you can see exactly what my brush is doing. Because they're kind of like half circle kind of movements. And then this is something I always do with my gel clients, is I get them to put their hands upside down. Now when they put their hands upside down, make sure, a lot of people put their hands upside down but they angle their fingertips up. You want them upside down but flat, because what you're wanting the gel to do is give that gel a chance to self-level. So obviously if the nails are tipped down or up, the self-leveling will automatically put the apex right at the cuticle or right at the tip, and so then you'll have to come back in and reapply anyway. So I wasn't 100% happy with the amount of gel on there. I thought it could do with just a little bit more for a bit of shape and structure. So I've just placed another bead on. Again, I'm making sure I'm blending it all in. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the gel I'm using here is an old pot. I think it's Perfect Nails gel. It's one I've used before, it's one I use in my 3D. I don't do enough gel extensions to truly recommend and say, oh, it's amazing, it's great. It works for what I want to use it for, but I am getting a new gel kit in the next few weeks. So when I come back from medical leave, I'll be using that, and I'm very excited about it. So hopefully that will be a product I can then be recommending to you guys. And when that's all cured, I'm just going to remove that tacky layer. And I do have to say, since I last did my gel extensions, I've learned a lot from my acrylic, that I found this a lot easier to do than previously. So I was quite happy, like even at this point, before with other gel extensions, I've been like, oh, they're awful. So I'm quite happy with the skills I've learnt from my acrylic application that can then transfer into my gel. So I am quite hopeful that I will do more of these for you guys soon. So I'm doing the same filing technique I normally do. So doing sidewall, free edge. Gently around that cuticle area. Now, when you file in gel, like when you file acrylic, so I've always found, try not to throw the nails off. So when I used NSI acrylic, I would use a 100 or a 150 grit file to file in, because I found that quite a hard acrylic to file. CJP, I think 150 is more than enough. And gel, I normally use a 180 or a 150 grit file to file in. The main reason is with acrylic, you can be quite rough with it. You can file with a 150 and quite a lot, it just kind of, I'm not saying quite a lot stays on, but it's a little tougher. Whereas with gel, when you file, if you went straight in with a 150 and kind of went at it, as it were, like you did acrylic, you would find you would remove a lot of your bulk quite quickly. So I always prefer to use a 180 with my gel, because I prefer that softly approach. It's a softer product and it will file off very easily. This is, again, from my experience with the products I have used, this isn't me telling you that is how it's done. That is just from my experience, that those are the files I would use. So with a gel set, I pretty much use a 180 the whole way through. So there you go, I'm quite happy with that shape and structure and everything. And then it's time for the top coat. Oh my God. And this, I think this is when you notice the difference, and this is what inspires me more to do a bit more gel, because acrylic, I love my CJP crystal glass. It gives it the most amazing shine, and now pretty much all acrylic sets are topped with gel top coat. It still gets super high shiny, but there is something about a glitter topped with a hard gel, and I wasn't happy. I was a bit on the huh, as we say in Suffolk. So I just had to tidy up that. And then in a minute, when I've stopped, it's always fun voicing over a video that you created a good month ago, because you have no idea what you're doing. I think I did this now. No, I didn't. Oh no, God, I don't know. Okay, so am I going to? Yes, I'm going to top coat it now. I can see. Wait a minute. I just thought it would be really fun just to leave a dead space of about 5 seconds of just the nail doing nothing. So I'm coming in with my CJP LED top gloss, as always. And then I'm going to top coat, and then I'm going to cure. And this is the moment, obviously when you were filing, if you had any air bubbles in the gel, you'd know, because you get those little pitted marks. What it is, make sure you really dust those out and then repair them before top coating. And then I'm going to top coat, and then you're going to see how goddamn shiny that is. I mean, look at it. As I said, it's something a little special about this glitter in hard gel. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed that, and my ramblings haven't been too much for you. If there are any questions, comments or requests, just pop it all below. And as usual, thanks for tuning in. Bye!